Yo, what's going on, family? It's your chill brother from another Mr. All About My Biz. I'm still out here handling my biz so I can take care of my future kids. You already know what time it is. It's time for yet another episode of TCL, man. Listen, I appreciate you guys. Continue to rock this thing out with your boy each and every week, man. Listen, I need you guys, as always, to like, comment, and share within this episode once again, right here on TCL. Listen, like always, man, we begin the show with a little bit of a preview of what's to come with the championship speech of the week. And this particular show is brought to you by championship speech of the week, Tone Setter. Y'all make sure y'all stay around for the championship speech of the week. And I'll go ahead and break down more of what the championship speech of the week is in regards to being the tone setter. All right. So listen, I need you guys again to like, comment, and share within this particular episode of the Champions Lounge, man. Go to Spotify, Anchor, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and the YouTube channel. Is Kyle Turner right now, but will be transferring and transforming into the Champions Lounge shortly within the next couple of days as we continue to transition from audio to video. It's a lot going on. We're powered by StreamYard, one of the best in media and live streaming when it comes to presenting and being a creative of your podcast, man. You see the Champions Lounge. Oh, man, listen. Special shout out to my Pastor Louisa Handy. Yo, follow her on Instagram at Wheezy's Tees as well. Please support Black-owned businesses, all right? Listen, got all that out the way, got the formalities out the way, man. Y'all already know how we get down. You know how we get things started. So let me go ahead and get things running right now, okay? Let's get it going. Enough of the fluff. Let's get into the stuff. Let's get right into the opening tip. So let's get things popping with the opening tip as we go into the NBA. The National Basketball Association got some news from what's going on around the league. So let me go ahead and get started. First things first, we're going to have to feel the burn a little bit. Let's go to South Beach, one of the best places probably in the world for most people that, want to get away in the sun, want to get away and have some vacation time. Listen, right now, the Miami Heat, they are setting a blaze atop the Eastern Conference right now. Listen, before the season got started, we felt like, Miami was going to be a contender in the Eastern Conference. They got hit with COVID. They got hit with injuries galore. But this team has found a way to weather the storm, and now Miami is sitting atop the Eastern Conference right now. Not Brooklyn, not Chicago, not Milwaukee. We got the Miami Heat atop the Eastern Conference right now. It's because of their ability to move the basketball, and under Eric Spoelstra, this team is feisty, is gritty, and they're going to continue to move the basketball the way they have been throughout most of the season. Right now, they're sitting at 6th in the NBA in assists per game. Again, they're 14th in the NBA right now in points per game as well, at 108.6 points per game. Man, they got to do a better job rebounding the basketball. At 16th, they're in the middle of the pack in rebounding the basketball. A lot of that is contributed to the injury to Bam Adebayo earlier in the season with his thumb and his wrist, along with COVID knocking out most of the team. But, let me talk about some impact players that have actually helped the cause for Miami throughout this season with Max Strus, Caleb Martin, and Gabe Vincent. All of their contributions have helped the Miami Heat get to where they are in the Eastern Conference, and most improved candidate player in Tyler Hero. Tyler, I'm a bucket hero. My fault. Let me add some respect to my man's name. Because out all this season, he's made sure that sophomore slump from 2020, 2021, that's a thing of the past, man. I'm going to make sure I come back stronger, ready, fearless, focused, and ferocious. He got the championship mindset down to a pat with Tyler Hero, making sure he puts up buckets each and every night for Miami. But, Gabe Vincent, undrafted. Max Strus, undrafted. Caleb Martin, second-round pick. All these guys contributing to how Miami has played so far throughout this season. And, man, when you got 9 points per game coming from Gabe Vincent, 11.5 points per game from Max Strus, who has been known primarily to be a knockdown, dead-eye three-point shooter. But my man has shown a lot of his game cutting to the basket. And Caleb Martin, he's always probably been in the shadow of his brother in Charlotte. But, Caleb Martin has made sure he makes a name for himself in Miami, averaging 9.7 points per game, 4 rebounds, and an assist per contest. Miami has all the tools. You got Duncan Robinson. You still got the wily veteran and Kyle Lowry for the Miami Heat. And, Miami has all the tools. PJ Tucker, got a championship mentality already with a guy like PJ Tucker coming in after winning the championship with Milwaukee the year before that. And, Miami has all the tools necessary to possibly run it and possibly win in the Eastern Conference right now. What say you? Are the Miami Heat legitimate contenders in the Eastern Conference, and can they actually represent the Eastern Conference in the NBA Finals? Leave your comments in the show notes, and I promise you, I'll be sure to get back to you in regards to that question on next week's show. Let's transition from east to west. Let's go from South Beach to the Rocky Mountains. Let's go to Denver, Colorado. The Denver Nuggets. Let's play some cards. Let's shuffle some cards, shuffle the deck. Let's get Jokers wild. Let's talk about the Joker, Nikola Jokic, for the Denver Nuggets. And, so far, the MVP, he was getting slept on in the beginning of the season. He had a whole lot of hoopla in regards to Steph, and deservedly so. No disrespect to Chef Curry, who was cooking it up on his way to the record book. But, Nikola Jokic, still doing this thing. Slovenian Swiss Army knife, making sure the Denver Nuggets stay afloat, even though they don't have Jamal Murray. They don't have Michael Porter Jr. When he's able to still keep doing what he's doing, in spite of not having probably 45 points per game, 9 rebounds, 6.5 assists per contest, Nikola Jokic is the main reason why the Denver Nuggets are still hanging around there in the Western Conference. They're sitting at 6 right now as we speak. And, his play over the last couple of weeks has been absolutely astronomical. Seriously. Last week he had 36 points, 36.3 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. My man averaged a triple-double last week. And he's still not really getting a whole lot of love because, he don't talk a whole lot. He's not in the spotlight. He's in Denver. He's over in Denver. In Denver. Who's paying attention to Denver like that? Unless you want to go, go skiing or whatever. You want to enjoy the winter break, whatever. But don't nobody care about Denver. But Nikola Jokic has been making sure I'm going to put the team on my back. I'm going to go hard for my city. I'm going to go hard for Denver. They drafted me in the second round, but I made sure I became the first MVP to win it in the second round of NBA history last season. And I have all the tools necessary to run this thing back and win it again and go back to back. Nikola Jokic been doing it all for the Denver Nuggets. No Jamal Murray, still waiting for a timetable on his return from the ACL. Got Michael Porter Jr. out for the season with back surgery. The fact that the Denver Nuggets are still hanging around in the West and they don't have a scoring punch like a Jamal Murray right now. Austin Rivers, Bones Highland, Monte Morris, Facu Campazzo. This team has guards that have been by committee, but they've made sure they may do with their time on the floor. And Denver will be all the more better in the playoffs when Possibly. You got Jamal Murray back. You don't got to force him back. You don't got to push him back. But, Denver can still be a formidable foe in the Western Conference with how they've been playing. Now, listen, this team is not going to shut you down on defense like that. Yeah, you got guys like Aaron Gordon. You got guys like Will Barton. But they're spotty defenders at best. You got Uncle Jeff Green. Shout out Uncle Jeff. But, Denver's still in the hunt mostly because of the fact that Nikola Jokic said, I'm tired of y'all sleeping on me. I'm the MVP, and I'm still not getting enough love. What are y'all doing? I don't care about Giannis. I don't care about Steph Curry. I don't care about Joel Embiid either, because I'm going to beat him again, too, for the MVP. I keep playing the way I've been playing. Nikola Jokic needs more than his fair share of accolades. Now, finally, he's number one on the NBA rankings in the MVP race right now. But, beginning of the season, my man was still putting up these gaudy numbers, but still not getting enough love. I mean, when you got Steph shooting for the record books, but now Steph shooting like he's going on a world tour. Seriously, like back in the day, Tribe Called Quest. I mean, 5 for 21, 7 for 28, 6 for 24. I mean, crazy numbers. But Nikola Jokic is still efficient and effective, and that's the reason why Denver is still hanging around in the Western Conference, man. What say you? Is Nikola Jokic right now the leader in the clubhouse for the MVP right now, or is it somebody else? Leave your comments in the show notes, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys in regards to that question as well on next week's show, okay? Listen, before we get up out of here in regards to the opening tip, got to go to Brooklyn. Got some rumors swirling around in Brooklyn in regards to three the hard way. I mean, you got Harden, you got Durant, you got Kyrie. You're gonna expect something to pop off at some point in time. You got three massive egos the way all three of them have. Right now, no KD, out with a sprained MCL, gonna be out for a month and a half at tops. You got Kyrie, part-time player, can't play in Brooklyn. I mean, my man just primarily for the road. James Harden putting in work all season long. My man looked like he was Hefty D earlier in the season. Now he just slimmed down. He didn't got right. And now he's trying to play at a James Harden-esque type of way. Oh, man, kind of don't. Rumors have been swirling that he don't really care to kick it in Brooklyn like that, especially with Kyrie pulling the whole part-time gig thing right now for Brooklyn. I ain't mad at him. But, of course, you already know that when there's smoke, there's fire. And when you got a team like Philly who has their own drama right now with Ben Simmons being out all season long, they're still trying to find a trade partner for him. Are they going to try to pull the trigger now? Or are they going to go ahead and wait till the summertime and see if they can swing for the fences and bring James Harden in for Ben Simmons? I don't think that's a good deal for Philly right now. You got Joel Embiid. He is playing at an MVP type of level right now. But I think you have to take the Dwight Howard approach with Joel Embiid and space out the floor with straight shooters who's going to be able to knock down and him just grab the rebounds and just put the ball back up. I mean, when you're 7'3" and you can do things the way Joel Embiid does, you don't need a whole lot of extra help. He is the alpha of the Philadelphia 76ers. You do not need to bring in James Harden to that fold. That's just my opinion. But, rumors have been swirling. James Harden not feeling Brooklyn like that. I mean, you got KD. You done ran it with KD before in OKC. You guys got a little older. You turn from boys to men. You get to Brooklyn. You still got little problems going on. I don't know. My thing is James Harden. Let me tell you something, bro. You didn't have Chris Paul. You didn't have Dwight Howard. You didn't have Russell Westbrook. You didn't have KD multiple times. You got Kyrie part-time right now. You've had superstars around you, bro, and still no chip. KD got a chip. Kyrie got a chip. You still got no chip. So even if the rumors are true, the common denominator is you, my man. You, my boy. I'm not trying to be like you, my boy, and get no rings at all. I'm not trying to be like that. So even if you do want to get out of Brooklyn, bro, yeah, plenty of teams are going to be like, yeah, we want James Harden. But the common denominator when it comes to you always leaving, and you can't say without a shadow of a doubt, without your career or throughout your career, that you didn't have help. You've had plenty of help, but you just can't get it done. So if the rumors are true and James Harden wants to find his way out of Brooklyn, is that a deal that the Brooklyn Nets make? Who do they try to, come up together with and see if they can make a move like that? Or do they try to just relax? Got some issues going on. It's a long season. See if they can make it work. What say you? Leave your comments in the show notes, and I promise you, I'll be back to answer that question on next week's show as well. Listen, y'all, we're going to take a quick time out. We're going to take care of some bills. On the other side, we got the trivia question of the day. Then we got moving the chains. Don't touch the dial, y'all. Make sure y'all stay right here, and I'll be back on the other side. This is the Champions Arms, baby. Hey, yo, what's going on, my good people? Welcome once again. It's your main man, Kyle Turner, representing the Champions Line, man. Listen, I appreciate you guys riding this thing out once again with your boy, Lynn. Listen, I need you guys to like, comment, and share on your social media platform. Also, follow us on IG as well at _champions_lounge, where we'll continue to give you exclusive content each and every solitary week. Also, follow the YouTube page as well. Subscribe to the channel. Click on that subscribe to the channel. All right. I need you guys to subscribe to the channel and help us continue to build the brand that is the Champions Line. Well, listen, I promise you, we're going to make sure we give you that barbershop talk, but make sure you leave with that Champions walk, baby. All right. Listen, we can't go forward without taking a step and paying homage to our past. And with all that being said, you already know what time it is. It's time for that time of the show for the trivia question of the day. As you can see, we changed up the music a little bit, changed it up, changed the flow a little bit, a little sci-fi a little bit if you got some sci-fi fans. But listen, let's go to give you the trivia question of the day. All right. So what is the highest number of black head coaches to begin an NFL season? What is the highest number of black head coaches to begin an NFL season? I'm gonna let you guys sit, ponder, and marinate on that for a second, and we'll be sure to give you the trivia question of the day answer before we get into my favorite part of the show, with Stop Playing. All right. So listen, man, you already know what the deal is, man. I need you guys to go down the sideline. Make sure you catch the deep ball. Make sure you don't throw no picks either, especially, please don't be a Ryan Tannehill. I'm just saying. All right. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. All right. It's that time of the show for y'all to move the chains. So, family, we got moving the chains, man. And first things first, we got to go to the Bayou. All right, we got some other news as well to take care of as well around the NFL. But we got first with the bombshell that was Sean Payton. He said, yo, I paid my dues. Here y'all go. I'm up out of here. All right. Sean Payton dropping the bombshell. Some within the organization of the New Orleans Saints felt like he was going to take this route anyway. And Sean Payton said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here right now. He decides to leave the New Orleans Saints a year after Drew Brees had his formal retirement from the NFL. And yo, the Saints are in flux right now. They're in salary cap. I mean, abysmal salary cap space right now. Cam Jordan had a funny way of addressing the situation with, yo, wasn't there a Netflix in regards to Sean Payton taking a year off? Yo, sometimes fantasy and reality actually do line up. In this case, it does. Sean Payton, 58, taking a year off, going to take some time. But rumors have been swirling that he could possibly find his way to Big D and end up as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, listen, Mike McCarthy, he's on very thin ice with the Dallas Cowboys after a disappointing season with the team doing what they need to do on the defensive side of the ball. Dan Quinn making his way back in the fold for the Dallas Cowboys after deciding not to take any head coaching gigs. But for the New Orleans Saints, where do they go from here? You got a guy like Michael Thomas still on the roster. I mean, coming off an ankle surgery, multiple ankle surgeries. You got guys like Cam Jordan. You got guys that can still help you win. But if you're the New Orleans Saints and you're behind the 8 ball in this way, you got to have to find a way to make some moves so you can have some flexibility. You got an incoming draft class. You don't really have any room to sign anybody right now. You have no head coach. You kind of have to see where you guys are going in the trajectory of where this team is going to be next. Nobody has any idea right now at all. The New Orleans Saints need a new head coach. And, of course, right now you got 9 head coaching positions available at this particular point in time. Some of them are filling up. You know, you got Jacksonville looking at Byron Leftwich, which would be a great hire for the Jacksonville Jaguars, former quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars, then coming and ending up being the head man of the Jacksonville Jaguars. It kind of writes itself. When you got guys like Brian Flores, you still got guys like Raheem Morris. You still got Ty Bowles. You still got, as I mentioned, Byron Leftwich. You got guys in the minority standpoint that are still looking for their head coaching position. You got 2 GMs in the National Football League that are African American. And I'm going to take a little public service announcement real quick. NFL, you need to do a better job hiring minorities. Not just in the coordinator, not the defensive coordinator, the linebacker coach, the offensive coordinator. Stop that. Right now, there's only 2 head coaches in the NFL right now that are of minority race. 3 if you're counting Ron Rivera. You got Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. You got Robert Sale with the Jets, and you got Ron Rivera. That's 3 minority head coaches in a 32-team NFL. It's not good enough. It's not good enough at all. If I had to choose if I had to choose a head coach for the New Orleans Saints right now, sign, seal, and deliver Brian Flores to the New Orleans Saints. Listen, the things that he was able to do with Tua Tagovailoa and everything that team had to deal with, and that team still found a way to be 9-8 at the end of the season after starting 1-7. That's the type of coach I want to be with me when the rubber meets the road. And the New Orleans Saints are a team right now where they need a coach where, listen, I'm going to be with y'all when the rubber meets the road. When everything hits the fan, I'm going to be right here. New Orleans Saints, go sign and go hire Brian Flores. Go hire him right now. No delay. I know you're looking at Dennis Allen and other offensive coordinators. Go hire Brian Flores. What say you? Leave your comments in the show notes in regards to what direction the New Orleans Saints need to go in when it comes to their next head coach. My hat is in for Brian Flores. What say you? Again, leave your comments in the show notes, and I promise you I'll be back to answer that question on next week's show. Let's shift gears. Crazy weekend in the NFL. Probably the best NFL divisional playoff weekend ever. Point blank, period. Ever. Every single solitary game going down to the wire. If you're a football fan like myself, I'm more of a basketball fan than a football fan. I like football. I love basketball. But listen, nonetheless, you got 3 games decided by a field goal. You got a game for the ages. This is the type of game the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. This game will go down on the NFL Network, and one of those games where on this day, the Buffalo Bills took on the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. These 2 teams played in the AFC Championship game in 2021, and this game had all the same feels as 2020. They'll have the whole spiel. They'll have the whole shebang with that and everything. This was a classic for the ages. Going to overtime, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes going back and forth. This was like one of those high noon type of things. Bow, 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 bow. That's all you saw offensively from both teams. Josh Allen go down the field, I'm going to score a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes said, I feel you. Anything you can do, I can do better. Let's go down the field in 50 seconds. Let's go down the field in 13 seconds. Crazy. The Rams knock off the Bucks. The 49ers knock off the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. And the Cincinnati Bengals, my upset special of the week, knocked off the Tennessee Titans in a returning Derrick Henry. But the main takeaway I got from the weekend is Tennessee needs a real quarterback. The Cincinnati Bengals are legitimate contenders in the AFC. My one thing calls for concern in regards to getting them over the top. They need help at the offensive line. There's no way. I'm sorry. How do you win? In Tennessee, y'all should be embarrassed. Y'all sacked them 9 times. Y'all sacked Joe Burrow 9 times, and y'all couldn't win. In any other game, that's like in the NBA. If a team has 23 or 24 turnovers and the other team still finds a way to win. How, Sway? Head scratcher. Very intricate plot, right? You find a way to win, and your quarterback is sacked 9 times. Cincinnati, all season, homework in capital letters. Get Joe Burrow an offensive line. Period. If not, he's going to find a way to get hurt again, and you're going to miss out on his connection with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Boyd, Mixon, etc. This team is ready. Get him an offensive line. The San Francisco 49ers have proven that, when you bring Eric Thomas in and give you guys a championship level type of speech, this team took it, applied it, and executed it. Really executed it. Now they're on the way to the NFC Championship game, taking on the Los Angeles Rams, who knocked off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who decided for whatever reason to bring a 0 blitz against Matt Stafford in the waning seconds of the game, when they never really showed a 0 blitz throughout the game. That's the wrong time to draw that up, man. I'm just saying. But the Rams, 49ers, you got the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Bengals and Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow connected for a record for the Cincinnati Bengals with 266 yards receiving back in Week 17. Kansas City couldn't stop Gabriel Davis of the Buffalo Bills last week, 8 receptions, 201 yards, 4 touchdowns. And no disrespect to Gabriel Davis, he is not on the same level as Jamar Chase. Not one bit. So if Kansas City has any chance of trying to stop Jamar Chase, they better bring a single high safety. They better make sure they bring a cover 2 and a cloud over where Jamar Chase is. If not, it's going to be a field day again. Jamar Chase is going to eat and find his way in the end zone a whole lot against the Kansas City Chiefs and Arrowhead. All right. For the San Francisco 49ers, they're coming into this game against the Rams on a 6-game winning streak against the Los Angeles Rams. The game's going to be in LA. They won the 2 games in the season series against the Los Angeles Rams to get into the playoffs. They won on the last game of the week. The last game of the season in LA. So this team knows how to win on the road. They've been on the road throughout the whole playoffs so far. And the San Francisco 49ers have been road warriors. They found a way to win with a quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo, who's really more of a game manager at best. And this team has found a way to get to the NFC Championship game again with Jimmy G. Jimmy G find a way to make things happen, even though he's really trash. He's trash, but San Francisco's defense is top-notch, top of the line, smash-mouth football team that will run it down your throat and tell you to stop it. They did it in Week 10 when they ran the ball so much down the throat of the Los Angeles Rams. They ran the same play 3 times in a row. Straight run play, straight dive play, up the gut in Week 10. All that being said, my picks are this. Kansas City takes on the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are going to be at home for the Super Bowl that's in SoFi Stadium this season. The Rams, the Chiefs, in the Super Bowl. What say you? Who's going to make it to the Super Bowl? Are the Bengals going to pull off the upset of the century? Or will the Kansas City Chiefs again find a way to get back to the Super Bowl? Or are the San Francisco 49ers really legitimately ready to make another Super Bowl run? Or will the Rams and all their all-season moves with Odell Beckham Jr., Von Miller, and even bringing back a retired Eric Weddle going to pay off? Leave your comments in the show notes, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys in regards to that on next week's show. All right. Listen, y'all, we're going to take a quick time out. We're going to take care of some bills. Man, on the other side, I cannot wait. It's my favorite part of the show where I need you guys to stop playing. All right. Y'all make sure y'all come on back more on the other side. This is Champions Lounge, baby. What's going on, my good people? Welcome back inside the Champions Lounge with yours truly, Kyle Turner, representing Champions Lounge once again, man. Listen, I appreciate you guys again riding this thing out with me once again, man. Yo, TCL, formerly known as the Playbook Podcast, is on about 4 days away from celebrating 1 year in existence, man. All the people that have helped contribute to the success of the Champions Lounge, formerly known as the Playbook Podcast, man. Yo, I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. All love, baby. All love right here from your boy, man. Yo, I appreciate you guys. Continue to help push the product because around here, we ain't regular. We ain't regular over here. We growing over here each and every day. We making this thing happen, man, because listen, champions, they not just built overnight. We got the intestinal fortitude to keep this thing rocking, even when things don't line up the way they need to, okay? But listen, I appreciate you guys. Family, thank you for the love, support, care, all of you guys that contribute to the success and will continue to contribute to the success of the Champions Lounge moving forward, man. Because listen, we're going to make sure we give you that barbershop talk, but make sure you leave with that Champions Walk, baby. All right, listen, before we get going into one of my favorite parts of the show with Stop Playing, listen, let me go ahead and drop you guys the trivia question of the day answer, all right? So the trivia question of the day, once again, was what was the highest number of head coaches to begin an NFL season ever? What was the highest number of black head coaches to begin an NFL season? And the answer to that question was 8 back in 2018, where there was a record, 8 African-American head coaches to begin the NFL season. By the end of that season, it was down to 3. Got to do better. NFL, you got to do better. You got the Rooney Rule and all that stuff for no apparent reason when there's still not enough minorities as head coaches in the NFL. I'm just saying, got to do better, all right? Listen, with all that being said, let's transition to the part of the show where we're going to get the good, the bad, and the funny from the week that was in the world of sports, man. Listen, I need y'all guys to quit messing around and make sure y'all stop playing. Let's go. All right, y'all. So let's get it going, okay? Let's go to number 5 on this week's edition of Stop Playing. Let's go to the Magic Kingdom. And, the Magic have had a terrible season so far. They've been hampered with so many different injuries with Jonathan Isaac, Markelle Fultz, dealing with trying to return from an ACL injury. But this Magic team is going through a lot. Another team that's going through a lot is the Los Angeles Lakers. And a lot of that has to do with the play of Russell Westbrook. And I guess he's getting his moniker of a name recently for his horrible shot selection. And that is case in point going into this particular video coming in here at number 5 on this week's Stop Playing.
Small ball without Anthony Davis.
Frank Vogel talked about they're able to score, but defensively they really struggle.
Westbrook, his shot hits the top of the back.
Hold on. So you telling me that formerly he was my favorite player in the NBA. When he started wearing skirts, when he started wearing skirts, that's when everything started going even more downhill for Russell Westbrook. I'm just saying, seriously. But how in the world do you shoot a pull-up jumper, a contested pull-up jumper that was not blocked, and you hit the top of the backboard? What you on, bro? I just need. What are you on? What? Seriously, are you on perks? Are you on Molly? Are you smoking the weed? Are you smoking the weed before you play on the floor? I don't even know, bro. I don't understand Russell Westbrook or Russell Westbrook right now because, you can't hit anything right now. You can't. Seriously, your jump shot is trash. Just trash. Horrible right now. I'm so disgusted with the fact that you are my favorite player and now you put up straight wash. You wash right now. Russell Westbrook. Stop playing. All right? Gosh. I'm sorry, man. Let me bring it in. Let's go to number 4. Go to number 4. Let's go to number 4 on this week's Stop Playing. got to go to Golden State right now. And, Golden State, they've been kind of going through some struggles recently with their play. Steph Curry shooting the ball like it's a world tour, like he's on tour right now. And the team altogether is trying to find their niche without Draymond Green. But, Jordan Poole, Mr. Poole Party, he's still putting on a party every time he touches the floor. And, Jordan Clarkson had to figure out, I didn't want to be a part of the Splash Bros, but I kind of got put on the floor like I was one. All right, y'all check this out.
Clarkson fall down. Oh, cool.
Hey,
and Clarkson
come
fall
here.
down. And then hit
Flash.
three. Clarkson bit the dust. That's handle. Talk about handle and breaking ankles, and no defender
in and out burger
wants to do that. Oh, it's a mean in and out. And Clarkson could not handle. Look at his face. Yeah.
Just disgusting. I mean, he hit it with the in and out burger, step back with the splash. I mean, and Jordan Clarkson's face said it all. Like, I can't even hold him, man. Like, he ain't had to put me on the floor like this. He had to put me in timeout and everything. Like, man, I can't even get my face together after all that. Jordan Clarkson and Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole, number one. Stop playing. You ain't had to get in your bag like that. You ain't had to get in your baguette like that. Come on, man. Jordan Clarkson, he's a fellow brother. What he do to you? What he do to you to be that mean? You won't gotta be that cruel, bro. Don't be cruel, okay? What he do to you? Did he take your girl? Did he take your girl? I just need to know. Because that In-N-Out burger was mad saucy. And then the three. Oh, my goodness. Jordan Clarkson and then Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole, bro, stop playing. All right, let's go to number three. Number three on this week, stop playing. Let's go to the NFL. And, someone that always is just boggling the minds of people is the play of Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that overtime battle for the ages with Josh Allen was incredible. But there was a couple of plays within this game where I'm just like, how he make that play? I mean, how he do what he do? And this is a case in point right here, number three, with this particular pass right here in the middle of the fourth quarter against the Buffalo Bills. Crazy.
So he feasted on Pittsburgh in those two games. Oliver chasing after Mahomes, who slings it sidearm. Look at that throw. And Hill is there to catch it for a first down. I mean, he threw that like it was right off the ground almost. Look at this.
I think he has to throw underneath the arm. You see that?
Brilliant.
Russo right there, 50. He's got to throw this around and under him. And I'm not saying many people in the world can do.
Hey, listen. Patrick Mahomes and his ability to make hard plays look easy. I mean, my man threw that like he was a third baseman for the New York Yankees. He threw that thing, where you catch it off the pitch and then you hit that little sidearm pass, a sidearm throw to the first baseman to get the out. Patrick Mahomes, now he did play baseball. And I'm pretty sure he could have racked up a whole lot of more cheese in baseball. But I'm pretty sure the Kansas City Chiefs are counting their blessings with the fact that he chose football over baseball. Patrick Mahomes. And we're not talking about the Patrick discount as well. That pass, too saucy. Too saucy, too lit. Pat Mahomes, my man. Stop playing. All right, let's go to number two. Let's go to number two on this week. Stop playing. And, we talked about the Golden State Warriors before in regards to their play. And Steph Curry, he's been in a little bit of a funk, as I was talking about earlier. He's still trying to find his footing after scoring his over 3,000 threes for his career. But my man's still getting it done, and he's still making plays happen, especially when you score your first ever buzzer beater.
For the win. Yes, sir! His eighth career game winner! We got to get out of here. That step back is killer.
Encore ruling is a successful basket. It's under review.
First of all, what is there need to a review? I mean, that step back, got enough space, hit that little jumper, that mid-range jumper, not the three, over Kevin Porter Jr. And Steph Curry hits his first ever career buzzer beater. First career ever buzzer beater. I mean, we've seen a plethora of shots that Steph has made throughout his career, but no buzzer beater? Stop playing. Steph Curry with the step back, the jumper for the win over the Rockets. Steph Curry coming in at number 2 on this week's Stop Playing. But number 1, got to show some love to the ladies. Got to show some love to the ladies. We're going to go to the college basketball game, okay? We're going to get things going in the college basketball game. We had a young lady pull off a tremendous feat in the NCAA at Kansas State. Ayoka Lee. Fly, butter, fly. Ayoka Lee putting in the work, been putting in work, and the Oklahoma Sooners, they got the boom. Usually it's boomer sooner. Ayoka Lee said, I'm going to bring the boom, I'm going to bring the bang, and I'm going to make sure y'all getting up out of here on my way to the record books.
Put her at the foul line. See all the awards here in the Big 12 in her freshman season.
I mean, we saw the stat line, right? 43, 38, and 37 on the season so far for the standout center for the Kansas State Wildcats and Ayoka Lee. Then she dropped a record in Division I with 61. And on those highlights, you saw that she was double teamed a lot of the time. Hit him with that drop step, hit the little hook shot over the top, hit the little fadey as well, looking like she went to Hakeem Olajuwon, the Dream School, for post work. Ayoka Lee with the dub, and that's a dub, especially when you can put up numbers like that and make sure you put the team on your back. Ayoka league. Let me find out, young lady. Yo, much respect. That's why you're number one on this week's Stop Playing. Yo, I'm going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we got the championship speech of the week. Y'all don't want to go anywhere for that, all right? Y'all make sure y'all come on back. It's more on the other side, all right? This is the Champions Lounge, baby. What's going on, family? Welcome back inside the Champions Lounge with your boy, Mr. All About My Biz. Still out here handling my biz so I can take care of my future kids, man. Listen, I appreciate you guys riding this thing out with me once again. Episode 2, season number 3 of the Champions Lounge with your man, Kyle Turner. Yo, I appreciate you guys again, man. Again, listen, like, comment, share. Like, comment, share, repeat. Like, comment, share, repeat. I promise you. Make sure you subscribe to the page on YouTube as well. Man, I'm telling you, we growing over here. There's no, it doesn't matter if it's big or small. We taking those steps necessary so that we can become the champions that we all want to be each and every day, each and every solitary week right here on the Champions Lounge, man. All right. So listen, man, y'all know it's the time of the show where I keep you guys fearless, focused, and ferocious. The 3 F's: fearless, focused, ferocious, so that you can mentally, spiritually, psychologically, emotionally get to reach, meet, and overachieve the goals that you got for the week to come. Y'all already know the deal. Y'all know what time it is, all right? It's the time of the show for you guys to get the championship speech of the week. All right, so family, we got the championship speech of the week, man. And, to begin the show, I talked to you guys about tone setter. Tone, the main part of it is tone. We talk about relationships like, I ain't like your tone. Why you sound like that? Why you had to speak like that to me? Yeah, you think about all those different type of things. And I'm pretty sure like right now you're getting a little annoyed because you're like, I don't sound like that. I'm sorry for all y'all ladies. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No disrespect. But I'm just saying in general, it's all about being a tone setter. And when you think about championship level teams, you got those guys or girls, whatever sport that you play, that set the tone for the team based on their attitude, their approach, and how they make themselves available to help the team do whatever is necessary so that they can get to their goal win. Right? So being a tone setter is how do you set the tone, the temperature, and the trajectory of where your team is going to go. Tone, temperature, trajectory of where you plan on going. And, sometimes we get so caught up in the performance part in the aspect of being a tone setter that we don't take those same tools and apply them to our everyday life. I know I'm guilty of it. And I know I'm still learning how to do that even more each and every day, because setting the tone is not something that you just gain overnight. It's not based on a performance, just being on the field or being an athlete or being in business. It also is what you do for your family, what you do for your community, what you do for your church if you go to church as well. How do you set the tone? How are you a tone setter? Or how do you set the atmosphere? How do you bring everything all together to help build the team to get to your intended goal, right? So my question is for all of us, how do we set the tone in our lives? What do we do so that we can set the tone? How do we, when we enter into a room, what type of tone do we bring into that room? Are people more drawn to us when we enter into a room, or do they want to retreat when we enter into a room? Something for us to think about, right? You know, sometimes we get so caught up in the whole, well, man, how you get so caught up in the superstar of the team. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's the glue guys, the guys that they don't get a whole lot of praise or accolades like that all the time, but they're always the main ones setting the tone for how the team is supposed to approach, what type of attitude they're supposed to have, and how they're supposed to make themselves available to do whatever they need to do to serve the goals of the team. Ask yourself, and I'm asking myself as well, because we're in this thing together, right? How do we make ourselves more approachable, available, and to help have the right approach so that we can all reach our goals, whatever it might be in your life? You know, some of us have goals to gain a better job, get a better income, provide better for our families, or whatever the case might be, our sons or daughters, whatever it might be. Do whatever you have to do within your approach, your tone, your temperature, and your trajectory, because how your tone is helps set the temperature and then helps propel you to the trajectory of what your future needs to be. Jeremiah 29:11 is this: for I know the thoughts I have towards you, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to bring you into an expected end. That's God's intent for you, man. And again, the Creator has all that intent for us, but how do we set the tone, the temperature, and the trajectory of where we want to go? Make sure our attitude's right. Make sure our mentality is right. Make sure our approach is right. And there's nothing, again, that we can do when we apply all those things together so that we can set the right tone for our day. Yo, I appreciate you guys riding this thing out with your boy. It's your man, Mr. All About My Biz. Follow me on IG as well as _ about my biz. Also follow the IG page as well at the _champions _lounge. Until next time, until next week, it's your chill brother from another Carter signing off for another week right here. This is the Champions Lounge, baby. Peace.